What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Before we even get into this card, we just hit 2,000 subscribers on the Mean Machine UFC YouTube channel. That is what we like to see. The channel is continuing to grow every single week. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not surprised that we just hit 2,000 subs because at the time of this video, we will have put out 4 videos in 7 days. So me and Steve are doing a little bit of cranking up the notch, as you could say, on this thing.
Well, one, I'm super pumped that we hit 2K. To some, it's not a big deal. To me, it's nice because I just can see the fan base growing. I appreciate you guys for liking and subscribing. We're hitting, short-term goals, long-term goals. Obviously, we want to have all you guys in here, right? So thank you guys for showing support.
To kick this thing off, we got 13 fights as of right now. We did have a fight fall off last week. We did have Charles Johnson in his original bout, and he did go on to win again. So this is being filmed on Sunday nights, guys. So if a fight does fall out, please don't hate on us in the comments. But we're going to go ahead and kick it off with the banger opener of Chanel Dyer, the Nightmare, taking on Elise Reed. Steve, what you got for this one?
Yeah, man. This one's a little tough just because, Chanel's 1-0 in the UFC, you know what I mean? So she's still kind of fairly green, but shows a lot of potential. She's fighting Elise Reed, who's 4-5, I'm sorry, in the UFC. And she's had a little bit more experience, but she hasn't been doing that great. She did beat Jessica Pena, or Penn, sorry, lost to Lupi. She's coming off a loss to Gomez. Like, she's just big up and down. I mean, her record is not looking that great. She's 8-5. She's 5'3". And honestly, I feel like Dyer just shows a lot more potential. She's only 1-0 in the UFC. So give me Dyer. I think she probably shows a little bit more potential.
I absolutely agree. And like me and Steve said, we are doing full card breakdowns now, so we're not going to go too in depth to things on the prelims. We're still going to give you a reason why. Dyer's going to be one of the biggest favorites on this card, rightfully so. She is young. She is quick. She's got the reach advantage and height advantage. I like Dyer to kick off this card by a KO for the Sacramento crowd. We'll move on to the next fight. We got a fun one at 185. We got the MMA Labs Jackson McVey taking on Wes Schultz. Steve, what do you got for this one?
Yeah, man, another decent one. Jackson McVey's not kind of doing that great yet. He's 1-2 in the UFC. But he just beat Dumas. Decent feather in his cap, I guess. And his losses are to decent competition, I think. Wes Schultz is 1-1 in the UFC. He has a sub win over Johnston. But then he just got knocked out prior to that. So yeah, another kind of tough one, but I think I like the stature of Jackson McVey. I mean, he's 6'4". Wes is 6'1". The reach is both the same, but Jackson McVey looks like a solid pick for me.
Well, guys, there's this NBA team for my people that follow the, basketball world. Wes Schultz trains out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they have a team there named the Milwaukee Bucks. So I think the Moose, Jackson McVey, is going to get the win over Wes Schultz this week by knockout. I think Jackson is going to be too good on the feet, and I think Sacramento, if you didn't get there early, you're going to miss out on 2 knockouts. Give me Jackson McVey to start a winning streak here, and the Moose is going to take down the hometown Bucks boy here. So give me Jackson McVey, baby. Let's go. We'll move on to the next one. Going to be a fun one at 155. This was originally supposed to be Gage Young versus Cody Steele, but we got Gage Young taking on Stan Dorsainvil. Yeah, me and Steve always pronounce names right. But Steve, what you got here at 155, brother?
Yeah, man. Kind of sad that Cody Steele's not in. I think he's a fun fight to watch. We got Gage Young. He's doing well in the UFC. He's doing all right. He just beat Thiago Moises and Mahashate. He has lost to Elder, but he's honestly beat 2 decent names there in the UFC. Stan Dorsainvil. I mean, I kind of like him. I mean, I saw him. We got the same birthday, so we vibing on that. But this is his UFC debut. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but he's undefeated. He's 5-0, but he is kind of a last minute replacement. So let's go with Gage Young on this one.
Yeah, this is going to be, in my opinion, where the finish streak ends here. I think both guys are going to be durable enough to where neither one is going to see a finish. But Gage Young has won some decisions. He's shown that he's got a pretty good chin so far. So I'm going to go with Gage Young to get this one done by decision on that. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. We got Mauricio Barbosa taking on Ryan Close. Steve, what you got for this?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm kind of a fan of this. I think it's Marcio. Yeah, Marcio Barbosa. Um, he he fought this guy named I think it's Bajuka, and dude, he slapped this guy crazy. This guy has power in his hands. I like this guy, so I'm gonna go with Marcio Barboza. He's a contender KO. He had a win on the contenders. Ryan Kloss. I mean, he's a UFC debut. He's fought in like karate combat or something like that. Probably has solid potential as well, but give me Barboza on this.
Yeah, I mean, you guys see the line right now on Tapology. I think the line's only going to continue to widen. I know you look here, Ryan does have the reach and height advantage, but I can tell you guys one thing he doesn't have, and it's going to be the power and the precision. So this one is going to be a Barbosa knockout. I'm very confident in this, and you guys are going to be seeing later on in this video how confident I am in Barbosa getting a knockout. He's sitting at a minus 900 favorite right now at the time being Sunday
900. Damn.
It's going to widen. I think we're going to see him up to 1,300 potentially by fight day. So if you're on the Barbosa side and you think he's going to win by knockout, especially early on, I'd go ahead and hit that thing early on in the week, just being a betting man here, giving you honest advice. So I think it's going to be a huge opportunity for Barbosa to get another highlight finish here on the prelims. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one, though. We've got a fun one. We got Nasrat Haqparast. I definitely just botched that name again. Jesus, my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. We got Nasrat Haqparast taking on Chris Padilla. This should be a fun one at lightweight. Steve, what you got?
Yeah, we got Nasrat Hack Parasite, and he's 10-5 in the UFC. I like this guy. He's lost to Salt Kills, but I mean he's beat some solid guys, man. He's like before the loss, he went 5-0. And he just beat Ripovich, who we just saw just do work against Barboza. That's actually pretty good. And Chris Padilla 4-1 in the UFC. He had a draw to Marquez Mederis. Then he went 4-0 in the UFC with wins over Jai Herbert, Bonfim, Rong Zhu. I mean, Chris Padilla is looking freaking good too, man. So this was one of the harder ones for me to pick. I like both of these guys. This fight, I think, can go either way. This is a solid. I don't know what the lines are on this one. I do feel like this should probably be a close fight, but give me Nasrat.
All right, this is going to be the first fight of the night that me and Steve are on opposite sides of the fence. I think Taco's going to get it done here, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of surprised to see the betting odds here are even. I think Chris is just the better fighter here, straight up. I don't know if he gets the finish, but I think Chris is a great underdog pick to have on this card. He's pretty solid dude. Like Steve said, he is coming off that draw against my boy Markel Mederis earlier this year, but the dude before that, I mean, he's on a 7-fight win streak right now. He's gotten some finishes in there. I mean, he's a solid fighter. I think he's game. I think he's going to continue to rise and potentially try to put himself right outside the top 15 at lightweight eventually here coming up. So give me Chris Padilla to get this one done. I really, really like him there at the minus 110 odds. I think I'm probably going to get off this video and go ahead and hit his money line on that. So I'm excited for that fight.
Yeah, he's good. This is a tough one. For sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely a tough one. If you're on the Nasrat side, can't hate on it. The dude's good as well. I know everybody has seen Salkill kick his head in. You know, everybody's seen that knockout. But he's a good fighter too, but I just say Chris is better. So we'll see what happens on Saturday night here. We got a fun fight right there, and me and Steve are split on it. So that's how you know it's going to be a banger. We'll move on to the next one, though. Got a fun one. Got a real fun one. We got Shamil Gaziev taking on Kennedy Nzechukwu. Wow. Good morning, everybody, on Tuesday. Jesus. Wow. Steve, what you got for this one?
Yeah, we got Shamu Gaziev.
Shamu.
He's 14.
Shamu.
Shamu. He's 3-3 in the UFC. He's coming off of back-to-back losses, man. That's not looking too good. Yes, I mean there were two like Waldo Cortez and Perchik, I believe. Um, I don't know. And then we got Kennedy Nzechukwu Kennedy. He's 8-6 in the UFC. Tall dude, man. 6'5". He has a draw over Buchecha, and he has lost to Walter Walker, and he just beat another guy. So yeah, I don't know. This one's a little bit tough, but give me Kennedy Nzechukwu. Sorry, bro. I don't know how to say your name.
That's all right. He actually was on Walter Walker actually submitted him last year on the same card as you fought Calvin Cater on, Steve. That was the fight. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That was before you guys fought, obviously. But yeah, just a little story there. Hey, I know it's not looking good for our boy Shamil. Everybody loves Shamil Gaziev. All right, guys. Not looking great lately. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, but he's lost to quality guys, like Steve said. And that's why we are rocking with Shamil to get back in the win column. And I think he might even get a KO here, guys, but I'm going to play it safe. We're just going to go with a Shamil money line. He's sitting right there at -130 right now. I know there's a little bit of a difference there in the reach. There's a slight difference there in the height. But I really like, we got back-to-back fights here that I'm probably just going to bet straight up. We're not going to put them in a parlay or anything, get too crazy. But I really, 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 really like Chris and Shamil to get it done. Like I said, I'm probably going to go ahead and lock those in at the time of this video being over. So if you want to hop on the train, you can. But Steve has picked the other fighter on the other two fights, or these last two fights as well. So, these also might be fights that you want to stay the F away from, because I think there are some very obvious outcomes on a lot of these fights, especially coming up. But either way, Haqparast, Padilla is going to be a banger. Gaziev and Nzechukwu is going to be a banger as well. I just fucked up both of those names, but we're going to act like I did it, and we're going to move on to the next one, baby, because I'm getting pumped because my video with this man is dropping the same day as this Fight Pigs video. I got the gunslinger Loran Douglas, one of Steve's boys, on my channel to do a pre-fight interview. He is taking on Jamal Emmers in the featured bout on the prelims before we kick off the main card in Sacramento. This is a banger in your division, Steve. How do you see this one playing out between two fellow featherweights?
Yeah, we got Jamal Emmers. Solid dude, no doubt about that. He's 5-4 in the UFC though. Solid wins over like Hyder Amil, Game Miranda. He has some losses to like Lander, Jenkins, Sabatini, Chikazi. So kind of like better guys. He just can't handle better guys. And then across from him, we got my boy Leon Douglas, who we know is a killer. He's 1-0 in the UFC, but this dude has the sky's the limit for this guy, but his potential is through the roof. He knocked out Erosa with ease, just picked him apart, looked like a solid, just a solid, what's it called? It's just prospect. Sorry, I don't know why that took me forever. Solid prospect. He'll be in the top 15 within 2 more fights. Former LFA champ, got in the contender series, just freaking smoked that guy. So give me Leon Douglas, without a doubt, and he will be my lock for a KO. I'm not going to tell you which round. I'd say first or second round, but Emmers, he's good, but I'm telling you, Leon Douglas is different. And Emmers is going to get knocked out by Leon Douglas at some point.
Yeah, I like that pick right there. And I haven't revealed my lock of the week yet because we still haven't completed it. So you guys, if you want to play risky with me, we had a 2-leg last week. It didn't hit. I might have stepped it up a notch, but as you can see down below, this is Steve's lock of the week. And I'm very high on Leon Douglas as well. He is definitely one of the best prospects at 145 right now. Emmers is a game opponent, though. It's no disrespect to him at all. But I'm very excited that we're getting to see two guys that are kind of hitting their strides right now, compete against each other. But Leon's a lot younger, and he's going to be a lot more powerful, and he's going to be a lot quicker. He's at a great gym out there at Bloodline in California as well. Got absolute killers out there. So I think my boy's going to get this one done. I'm very confident. I think it's a great spot on the card for him to get a highlight reel finish and continue to climb up the ranks. And like Steve said, I think 2 more fights, he could probably be knocking on the door of a fight to potentially get in to that very, very tough top 15 that Steve's in right now at featherweight.
Yeah, he's elite.
Yeah, he's really good. He is really good. I'm very excited for this. And Sacramento's getting a treat because if he's on the prelims, that means we've got a decent main card. So we're going to go ahead and get into it here. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. We see guys take leaps of faith all the time. And Dana and Hunter and Sean Shelby, McMaynard, all these guys, they love dudes that just love to fight, and they'll say yes to anything. They don't even got to tell them their opponent. They're just going to go ahead and say yes. And that is exactly what we have here at this next fight coming up. We've got Anthony Wint, who at the time of this video being recorded right now, fought a week ago on the Dana White Contender Series, got a knockout in the first minute of the fight. He is now on the opening fight of the UFC Sacramento card on Saturday, opening up against Terrence Chatman. This is a crazy turnaround right here, Steve, but he is fresh coming off that KO win. How do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, man. Dana, all them, the brass just love guys that just want to compete, that want to fight. He just came off that KO round 1 finish in the Contender Series, got that dub, got the contract, and I think kind of like you said, that he wasn't going to leave, the PI until he was matched up, and then boom, they get him on his card, man. I mean, how cool is that? You're making literally within what, a week or two of your Dana White Contender Series fight. So he's got Terrence Chatman. Not a whole lot on this guy. He's making his UFC debut. Has some solid wins in Fury. So you know what? I'm just gonna join Dana, Hunter, all those guys, my bosses. I'm gonna hop on that train and see if Anthony Wint gets this done. So give me Anthony Wint. Or Wint, sorry.
Are you guys ready to win some money? I want to know right now.
No, they're not, Max. They are not
ready.
They want to know what you got.
Are you guys ready to steal some money from DraftKings and FanDuel? I need some W's in the chat right now. I need some lock emojis in the chat. You guys are not ready for this. I stunk it up last week. I went 6-4. My lock of the week even missed. I'm absolutely embarrassed. But when you lose in life, you don't freaking lay down. You don't cry about it. You come back even harder. And that's exactly what we've got right here. 3-legger for the lock of the week. I am pushing all the fucking chips on the table right now. We're all in, baby. We got Barbosa KO, Douglas KO, and Anthony Wint is going to top us off of this lock parlay right here by getting a knockout victory to kick off the main card. I'm very excited for this. I don't know what the odds on this lay actually is at the time of this video because they have not released props, but I am very, very confident in these 3 men to get a knockout win. I think Anthony Wint is really good. I think he's really fast. I think he's going to give a lot of heavyweights problems, and I don't think Chatman's going to be the guy to put him in his place. So give me Anthony Wint to get 2 dubs within a 14-day span, man. That's going to be freaking spectacular. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one, though. We got a ladies bout. Second one on the card here, we've got Carly Judice taking on Jessela Chaves. What you got, Steve?
Yeah, man. Not a bad way to start off this card. I think I would have probably picked Leon to start off the main card, to be honest, but I get it. We got Carly Judice, 3-1 the UFC. She's 6-2. She has a 68-inch reach. She's 5'7", and she's 27 years old. A little stud here. She's probably won, I think, 3 of her last 4 fights. Her last loss was to Gabriela Fernandez, but she beat Juliana Miller, Nicole. She has some solid wins, man. And then across from her, she's fighting. Is it Jersla? Is that how you say it? Jersla Chaves.
I said Jessela, but I mean, who the fuck knows at this point? I mean, I don't pronounce any names right. You guys already know what's going on over here.
You already know how we rock on my channel.
You already know what's going on,
we do our best here, okay? But let's go over her. She's 7-0, so she's undefeated. 5'6", 68-inch reach. She's 29 years old. 1-0 in the UFC. I mean, it looks good. She's a contender series and contract winner. She did win a split, and then she beat Dubin. So kind of someone that I'm not too familiar with, but I don't know. I look at Carly Judice, who's 3-1 in the UFC. She's 27. She's winning. She knows she's riding this wave right now. So give me Carly Judice.
I absolutely agree with you here. I think, yeah, we're gonna roll the dice here and say Judice is gonna get it done right here. I think this is gonna be. It's not gonna be BTA. I mean, she's undefeated. She's 7-0, but I think Carly's, gonna shut her down here. I think she's gonna be by far the best opponent that she's ever faced, and that's why I'm gonna be rocking with Carly to win this one by decision. I'm confident in that one. You guys already see the line where it's at. But Jessela, I mean, she might have some stuff for her. I don't know. You never know with, these undefeated women coming in. But Carly's on a nice little win streak right now inside the UFC, and I think she's going to keep it that way. So give me Carly to get this one done by decision. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Woo! What a fun fight we've got here, man. I'm freaking pumped for this shit. We got my boy Markel Mederis taking on Mason Jones. I think this fight has 100 G's written all over it. Steve, what you got right here, though?
Oh, I thought you were going to take longer. Of your boy Marquise Mederis.
Hey, it's Markel. I pronounced that one right. I pronounced that one right.
My bad.
Yeah, I got the homies' names right. Don't get me wrong. So, if you want me to pronounce your name right, just come on our channel. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that, guys.
Yeah. All right. So we got Mederis. He's 3-0-1 in the UFC. He's looking pretty good. He's 11-1-1. He's 5'10", 69.5-inch reach, and he's 29 years old. He's about to come in his prime, so kid's looking good, right? His last fight was a draw to Chris Padilla, who is also on this card. And he has won 3 fights in the UFC. Mark Chonsky, Austin Hubbard, and Landon Quinones. Across from him, Mason Jones, 4-2-1. Solid guy. 18-2 is his overall record. He's 31 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. So he's going to kind of struggle a little bit there. But this dude is also in his prime. He's 3-0 in his last 3 fights. It's kind of tough because, I feel like his competition hasn't been that great. He lost to, Abel Saki, Balaj Aki, he's all these Akis, and then Jeremy Stevens, you know what I mean? And Jeremy Stevens, it's kind of tough, man. Yeah, this is a tough one for me. And then he got kicked out of the UFC, had to fight his way back into the UFC. So definitely not a good sign. However, he's been doing all right. So this one has been a tough one for me. I like both of these guys, to be honest, but give me Mason Jones. Give me Mason Jones.
Yep. Well, you guys see what website we're on. If you know ball, we're on Tapology. I look at what people pick. 94% of you are on Mason Jones, but his line is only at minus 260 right now. That's interesting to me. That's really interesting.
Tell us why. Tell us why.
I think it's also really interesting that 75% of you have picked Mason to win by decision, which means that you don't think Mason's that much better than Markel that he's going to finish him within 15.
Is that what that means? Is that what that means, Mike?
I think that's what that means. So I'm obviously going to be picking my boy Markel Mederis here. I know he's not some big name. He had an absolute scrap with Padilla earlier this year, and we just broke him down. I think Padilla is really good too. So, I mean, I do kind of rate that draw as a not awful result for Markel, especially with how long. I mean, he just doesn't get fights thrown his way like some of these other guys do, and he's got to be out for a while. But I think Markel can get it done, man. The reason you guys turn on the TV to watch Mason Jones fight is because he's always in banger fights. Well, part of that is because he also gets hit a lot as well. He's not just hitting his opponents, he's getting hit as well. I think Markel's got a lot of tools in the bag. I think he's got some shit for Mason on the feet. And I think Markel is going to be able to get this one done. So Markel is going to be my heavy underdog to get it done this week. I got a lot of confidence in him to go out there and do it. But I also said, I think this is going to be a really, really fun fight for the fans. And I could definitely see this being 100 G's for both men and getting the performance or not. Jesus Christ, I can't stop burping over my propel over here.
Max, are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just all jacked up on Mountain Dew right now. It's 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday night, so I'm just jacked up on Mountain Dew. But either way, I think Markel's going to get it done. I'm excited for him. It's a huge opportunity. And, yeah, let's go, baby. So I know a lot of you guys on the Mason Jones side, but we're going to find out about it on Saturday night. So
we'll move on to the breakdown by Max.
Huh?
What an excellent breakdown by Max.
It was a great breakdown. It was awesome. I gave the people what they want. I'm not biased at all.
Tell them. They need to know.
Either way, we got a fun one here. Right before we get to the co-main event, this is the featured bout on the main card. We got RDR, Renier de Ritter, taking on Roman Dolidze. And Roman actually made an appearance on the Jeopardy video, I think, against Mario Batista. So if you have not watched that Jeopardy video, that was posted on Sunday night. Make sure you hop over there to watch that video as well after you're done watching this and making cash. Steve, what do you got in this one?
Yeah, man. So definitely going to be a fun fight. This is a little bit tougher one for me to pick as well. There's been a few of those, but we got RDR, Renier de Ritter, 4-2 in the UFC. I mean, he was killing it for a minute, and then he kind of just hit a nice little wall. But he's 21-4, 6'4" with a 78-inch reach, which is actually pretty good. But he's 35 years old. He's coming off of back-to-back losses to Chao Borello and Brandon Allen. So, I mean, he needs a dub. But he's 2-4 in his last 4 fights. And the wins that he did get were against, like, Robert Whitaker and Bo Nickel, which are actually pretty solid in his book. The Bo Nickel one kind of just gave him a lot of confidence, but kind of got shut down. Brandon Allen shut him down. Then we got Roman Dolidze. He's 9-5 in the UFC. And he's been in the game for a little bit. You know what I mean? He's 15-5. He actually used to train at Jackson Wink for a hot minute there. He's 38 years old, 6'2", with a 76-inch reach. He also, I believe, is coming back off of 2 back-to-back losses to CLD and Anthony Hernandez. He's 3-5 in his last 5 fights. He has beaten, though, the likes of, like, Vittori, Kevin Holland, Anthony Smith. Like, he has some decent wins in his pocket, bro. The problem is that I think since Anthony Hernandez, he hasn't looked the same. He just has not looked the same. And unfortunately, he's kind of starting to, like, get out of his prime while RDR should be in it. So give me RDR. I don't know how he's going to get this done. It should be a good fight, but I got RDR taking this fight.
I do too. I've got RDR. I know he's not looked great as of late, like Steve mentioned, but I really do think that this is a fight he's going to win. This is actually, if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I like to try to give you props as well, just to go off stuff, not just money lines. I don't think there's going to be a finish in this fight. I genuinely don't see it. I think the over 2.5, I really do like that prop a lot. Once again, don't know if the odds is on that yet because they haven't dropped them, but I think RDR by decision is going to be the play here. I'm very confident in that. Not confident enough to throw into my lock parlay of the week, but I think RDR is going to see himself back in the win column here. And like Steve said, man, I mean, Roman might get PTSD whenever he sees Fluffy this week, man. I don't know if they're going to be in the same locker room or not, but that boy, he ain't looked the same since that fight at the Apex. I mean, that was crazy what Fluffy did to him, man. And, yeah, we're going to talk about Fluffy here in a second, obviously, but I think RDR is going to get back in the win column, man. You know, he kind of lost a few fights. You know, he's fighting a lot. I think the cut, you know, was kind of hurting him a little bit doing that many times, but you know, he's found himself at 205 now. So I think this is a good spot for him, and I think he's going to be able to shine right here.
He's tall for the division. You know what I mean? So like I give him that. I didn't know if the other ones were just excuses though. It's kind of why I was like a little hesitant to pick him this camp. I mean, I don't know where his mind's at, you know what I mean? But let's see what happens.
You picked RDR too though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're both on the RDR side right there. So there we go. We're both confident in RDR. If he loses this one, 3-fight losing skid, man. After looking like one of the surging prospects after that knee through to Bo Nickel, I mean, there was a lot of hype behind this man around this time a year ago or so. So be interesting to see what happens if Roman can go out there and get it done. But I think RDR is going to be too quick. I think he's got too many tools. I think Roman's not good. I think there's going to be a massive speed advantage for RDR. We'll go ahead and move on to the co-main event of the evening. I personally think the fight before this should have been the co-main event, if I'm being honest, but we've got a fun one at heavyweight. We got Sergey Spivak taking on Vitor Petrino. This, as of right now, is 51-49 on Tapology picks. One of the closest fights I've seen this year. A week out from the fight actually happening. I had an absolute headache picking this one, Steve, so I'm very interested to see who you got in the co-main event.
Yeah, so we got Sergey Spivak. I think that's how you say it. I think some of you guys should be proud of how I said that. I really took a lot of effort.
We're proud.
So he's 9-6 in the UFC. He's 31 years old. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. He's coming off of a win against Ante Dalia. He's 2-2 in his last 4 fights. And he's lost to Jolton Almeida and Waldo Cortez. Across from him, he has Vitor Petrino, 7-2. Solid. Thank you. Solid guy. He's 28 years old, so he's kind of this young buck, kind of still like, you know, trying to get to the top. 6'2" with a 77.5-inch reach. He's beat, I think it's Aspen, Thomas Peterson, Austin Lane. He's 3-0 in his last 3 fights. His last 2 losses were to Justin Jacoby and Anthony Smith. So I feel like this is kind of his moment. This is a time because Spivak has a name. He's been in the game for a minute. I think if there's a time to shine in a co-main event, this needs to be for Victor Petrino. So give me Victor Petrino. Not saying Sergey's not gonna make this a fight. This is a very, very competitive fight here, but I think Petrino's gonna walk away with this.
Yeah, this wasn't a fun one to pick, guys. Something for me personally, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't like picking the guy that has a lesser chance of finishing his opponent. And with that being said, for some reason, convinced myself to go against that policy. I don't know why I'm doing this. I could be totally wrong. Me being honest with you guys, I'd probably stay away from this betting wise, but I think we're going to see a Petrino KO here, or Spivak is going to get a decision win. Petrino is going to fade during this fight. The cardio is not going to be looking great in the 3rd round if it does get there, but the first 5 minutes. Spivak better be locked in and ready to go, because if Petrino touches him, it's going to be bad. But anyways,
who's the favorite?
The favorite right now is Petrino. He is minus 170. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going with the polar bear to keep his spot, though. I think he's going to get a 29-28 split decision. I see this being a very close fight if it does go the distance. I do realize, though, that Petrino is definitely more of the finishing threat in this fight, though. So, like, I'm acknowledging Petrino is a huge threat here, but I think Spivak's going to get a decision win here, and I think Petrino's going to fade. I see Petrino winning the first round, Spivak winning 2 and 3. Split decision. That's what I'm rocking with. I'm not confident in it, but I'm here to give you all picks and give you advice. So that's what we're going to do.
Solid breakdown, sir.
Yeah.
Solid breakdown.
Telling how it is. You know what I mean?
Tell him.
And the next one, massive fight at 185. We got my boy in his hometown, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. He is taking on the always dangerous, always powerful Gregory RoboCop Rodrigues. Steve, what do you got for this one at 185 in the main event?
Yeah, man, this is a very, very close and also another competitive fight. This whole card is honestly solid. I mean, Sacramento's getting a nice little fight card here. Anthony Hernandez 9-3 in his last in the UFC, I'm sorry. He's 32 years old, 75-inch reach, and he's 6 foot. He's coming off a loss against Sean Strickland. However, I mean, before that, he went 8-0, so that's pretty good. He's beat solid people, man. He's beat Dolidze, Allen, Padilla, Kopylov, Shabazin. Like, he's beat solid people, man. Did not look good against Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland had his way. I don't know. Maybe it just was an off night. It was an off night. He definitely can't show up like that with RoboCop. That's for sure. And across from him is RoboCop. So he's 10-3 in UFC. He's 6'3", got the height. He's 34 years old with a 75-inch reach. So everything else is pretty much identical. He's beat Bruno Ferreira, Kopylov, Jack Hermanson, kind of similar people. He's 3-4 in his last 4 fights. And I think his last fight's to Jared Cannonier. So, like, both these guys are just so solid, man. It's kind of hard to pick against either one of these. I like Anthony Hernandez in this fight. I believe that's who I'm picking in this one. But you cannot sleep on RoboCop. You just can't. And honestly, I think from a spectating fight, I kind of want like RoboCop to win. He likes to strike, man. He likes to stand there and bang. He likes to trade. He has a lot of power in his hands. Hernandez kind of just like makes it a dirty fight. He's good at it. And I think that's what we're going to get with RoboCop. I think he's going to go out there. He's going to frustrate him. And honestly, if it goes past the first round, Hernandez is definitely gonna start winning in the later rounds, because I feel like RoboCop kind of struggles on his gas tank. He swings with everything he got with all his power, especially in his early stages of the fight. I'd have to say within the first 2 rounds, but yeah, give me Anthony Hernandez on this. Like I said, he cannot show up like how he did with Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland shut him down, and Hernandez didn't know what to do. If Rodrigues does the same thing, it's going to be a very similar fight to how it is to Sean Strickland. So I'm kind of banking on Anthony Hernandez to go in there and, like I said, make it a chaotic and dirty fight and take it into the deep waters where I don't think that Gregory Rodrigues is going to really thrive. So I'm picking Anthony Hernandez on this.
I like that breakdown, Steve. That was probably the most, I guess, like, that's the most accurate that we've both been in the same boat the whole night right there, which is actually surprising because this is a tough fight to pick. But yeah. I completely agree with Steve on the breakdown. Kind of similar to what I said for the last fight for the co-main event. RoboCop's going to be fucking dangerous early on in this fight. Like, it's just one of those guys. We're at one of those weight classes, especially with a fighter like him. You cannot get touched by this guy early on in the fight, man. You cannot do it. If it happens, probably going to lose. You're probably going to be looking up at the lights. You know what I mean? But with that being said, as the fight goes on, like Steve said, it's going to favor Fluffy. Fluffy's got good cardio. Fluffy's going to walk forward. It's going to make him uncomfortable, make it a brawl. The way I look at it is this, though. I think RoboCop could knock out Fluffy, but if he doesn't, I don't think RoboCop can go 25 minutes. With that being said, I think Fluffy's going to drown him, and I think Fluffy is going to get a submission win here, folks. I don't see Fluffy knocking him out. I don't see Fluffy getting a decision win because I don't think RoboCop's gas tank's going to get him there. So give me Anthony Hernandez to get the job done in his hometown in front of the Sacramento crowd by submission. I think it's going to be sick. I think he's going to wear down Rodrigues. He might hit him with a slick combo and then go into a takedown, duck underneath an overhand right, take him down then. But I think Fluffy's gonna have the upper hand here in the ground game, and I think he's gonna get a submission win.
Yeah, he's got to weather the storm at least for the first round. You know, hopefully he'll have some good footwork, use some good reads, and just kind of just time a perfect takedown. Because honestly, I'm not saying Anthony Hernandez is trash on his stand up, but that's not somebody you want to trade with. I mean, RoboCop. I mean, his name's RoboCop. I mean, this dude's a monster. You know what I mean? He's good. So, but kind of like you said, it's definitely hugely favoring Anthony Hernandez for later in this fight. So, if it goes into the championship rounds, man, I could definitely see a finish. I kind of see it more as like a TKO, but hey, either way, I like where your head's at.
Yeah, either way, though, me and Steve think there's going to be a bunch of finishes on this card. Steve, do you want to give one final message to the fans before we sign off? Just once again, talking about what we've got coming up on the channel and hitting that 2K mark because we just started this thing off in March.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I mean, thank you guys. I mean, you guys are showing so much support. I appreciate that. That means a world to me. I mean, now we're going for 3. Now we're going for 3. So tell your friends, tell everybody else to go to YouTube, subscribe, get in on these picks. Now we're bringing on guests. We just had Malcolm Willmaker. We had a fun one there. And tonight, which is Sunday night, just posted another one with Mario Batista. He's climbing the rankings, and man, this dude is close to the top. He could honestly be getting a title shot here very soon. And we had a fun one. So make sure to go watch that one as well if you haven't seen that one. And we're bringing on guests probably, I'd say regularly, and doing things like that. Also, there's also another one in the works. I'm not gonna announce it yet, but we're still working on some of the kinks. It's gonna be fun, and it's kind of catered towards some of my hobbies. So guys, honestly, we're just gonna keep growing. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And if you guys haven't, hit the notification button so that we have another video that drops that you were the first to respond. Make sure to comment because honestly, I think me and Max do a pretty good job trying to talk to you guys because honestly, we just enjoy this. So like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Love you guys.
Absolutely. This page is built for you guys, the community. So if there's a guest that you want us to have on, let us know down below. If there's another game show that you think that we could put on the screen and have Steve compete against another fighter, let us know as well. If you guys got any suggestions on how we can be better, we are always looking to progress and be better every single week. And obviously we're trying to bring the volume to another level here. We've been posting just picks for a while now. Now we're trying to get in the swing of things and posting multiple videos a week to keep you guys entertained. But until next time, let's get this money. Let's win a bunch of bread. Let's get back on the win streak this week, guys. I hope I don't fail you. And until next time, we appreciate every single one of you tuning in. Have a great rest of the week. Peace out.